Welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Different States, the generational Z and millennial combination podcast to
How does
bring
that
you the
work?
Zillennial. You ever heard of Zillennial?
I I've not.
So basically, it's this. I don't know who came up with it, really. I don't know who actually came up with it. I'm sure it's just, it's combined two words. It's not that difficult. Um, Basically, it's like anybody born between like 1994 and 1996.
Yeah.
Because like I
So
guess
we're
technically
millennials.
Gen Z starts at 97 or whatever, and millennial ends at 96. So zillennials are people who like don't really identify as millennials because you're like right at the tail end, and like you're still kind of like you get like all the things Gen Z's talking about. So it's like,
Oh, I'm a baby boomer, so I don't know what you're
oh
talking
yeah,
about.
you are.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm a baby boomer.
Everyone in Michigan's a baby boomer. That's just how it works.
Yeah, you're basically born a baby boomer.
Yeah, you guys never left 1950, so.
I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, I just want to say, I know you've been suffering through this a little bit lately. My internet has been complete garbage lately,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why. And
I don't know
it's
either.
it's it's even like in this spot right now, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm maybe total 50 feet away from my I don't even know if I'm 50 feet away, probably less than that, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, from my router with the Wi-Fi, even if I'm sitting here in my chair, I can't connect to the, like, it doesn't load any. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. I'm in a house and I'm almost just as close as you, and I can't connect to my Wi-Fi half the time. It just doesn't refresh stuff. It just doesn't, and I'm getting pissed off. But at the same time, I don't want to like pay the hundreds and hundreds of dollars for just quality Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've been struggling lately with
Yeah,
your
the other
Wi-Fi
night
and
it was
internet
bad.
connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to point out, if we ever do get sponsors, I don't think WoW is the best place to go because they're garbage and they suck
Mm.
and it's super
But you're
frustrating,
ruining our
Bennett.
chances now.
Google Fiber? Can we do that?
One day, one day, everything will be Google anyways. So,
Yeah, Google or Apple.
or
Apple's gonna come out
Disney.
with its own Wi-Fi.
Disney will just buy all of it.
I can see it now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're practically already that movie. What's it called? Or not Up. Wall-E.
Almost.
Yeah, my mom's a strong component or a strong believer that we're gonna end up like that movie sooner or later. So I mean,
We'll
we
get there. We
practically
just
don't
need
even need
floating
to leave our
chairs.
houses
We
anymore, and
almost
this
have
pandemic
self-driving
proved it.
cars, so that's pretty
I
close.
know. Well, we already do have self-driving cars.
Well, I mean, like everybody having it, and like it
Oh
being
yeah. Mhm.
like you just like hop in and it takes you immediately where you want to go.
Yeah. And
That's the dream.
if this pandemic proved anything, it just proved that we don't have to leave our house.
Yeah.
We never have to leave our house. Like you
Sadly
work from.
true.
I mean, like you can work from home.
Uh-huh.
You can have excuse me, we can have our groceries delivered. We can have our food delivered. I really don't know any reasons as to why we ever have to leave our house again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of sad, but at the same time, that's the way it is, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's just
I mean, I don't like people in general, but I like to go out sometimes.
yeah, I'd like to go out. It'd be nice. I'd like to. It's weird because like comedy stores, not stores, comedy like I don't know stages are open,
Mhm.
but like they're trying really hard to make money right now,
Mhm.
so they're not like really offering a lot of time to like open mic nights and stuff like that. They're trying to get in uh, people who will bring in money basically, like you
Oh,
pay to
so
see.
they're shoving the small people aside, huh?
Yeah, they're trying to get well. Plus, all these like comedians are like basically like didn't do anything for a year. A lot of them, so
Mhm.
they're all starving to get out and like get in front of people. So they're like, it's like a nice mix for everybody except
Mhm.
newcomers. It's
I know. Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura are just chomping at the bits to try and get out and just do something.
mm-hmm.
They've been talking about it on their podcast, so. But then again, they also just have Netflix that they can just get any amount of money from and just do a comedy act at
Bert
any
Kreischer
time.
literally got money from Netflix to make a show while he was living up in the cabin.
I know. It was a good show
Which
though.
I think I
I
only watched
enjoyed
like
it.
2 episodes of it, but I should have watched more. I still can, but maybe I'll go back to it. But I just like I thought it was so funny because even in the first episode, he's basically like, "Yeah, I got this cabin so that I could like detox and like get clean,
Detox.
and then yeah, I had an idea where I'd bring a bunch of friends and then we'd do a bunch of stupid shit and we'd drink and smoke and basically not do anything I originally planned. Oh, and we're gonna film all of it for Netflix and make a bunch of money off of it."
No. Dude, he what the greatest thing about this is he went to this cabin in like Northern California or something like that to get away from doing stand up, get away from people and you know, slow down with the drinking and the smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And like in every episode he has something dealing with like alcohol and cigars and all that type of stuff. And his wife is like, this is not the reason why you got this cabin.
Yeah, like.
You're completely doing everything that you said you weren't going to be
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Do you know what Bert Kreischer did before he was doing stand up?
He's always done this.
Really? I don't
I
think
think
he
yeah,
has.
like he think he was always a stand-up comic.
Mm. Was he just like less successful
Yeah.
in
Oh,
younger
oh no
age?
no 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 no. He was doing TV shows.
He was.
Yeah, there's this one. It was like on Spike TV. That's how
Mm.
you know it's old. Uh, but I think one of the shows that he was in, it was called Hurt Burt.
Hmm.
Another one was like a Discovery Channel show,
Hmm.
and a couple other things I can't remember. But he was doing TV shows, and the Hurt Burt is basically the exact is what the name suggests. Like he would do stuff that would legitimately get him hurt. Like there was one where he went to like a minor league football team practice,
Yeah.
and uh like the producers would go up to these players and be like, "Yo, just hurt him, just hurt him."
Mm.
And I think at the time Bert wasn't like as big as he was, but like he was still big.
Mm-hmm.
And this this one guy, he goes, "Oh, we're allowed to hurt him? Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill him." and this guy, uh, Bert gets the hand off, and this guy
Yeah.
just goes flying at him, and all of you just hear the smack noise of the pads, and like him going, just not breathing, just grasping for air. So funny, and you know. I think there was another one where he was like ice skating, but he's never ice skated before,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going against like minor league hockey players or something like that, and he was just getting rammed into the boards and all that type of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm sure there's YouTube clips of it. It's like a really old show from like the early 2000s, and it's called Hurt Burt. So
All right.
if you want to look up some funny things, there you go.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Oh, Bennett, did you hear what comes out this week?
Lots of
I
things
think
come out this week. Lots
in
of
4 days. In 4
things.
days.
4 days. So not only does Justice League come out in 4 days, but the new Hawkeye DLC for Avengers comes out in 4 days.
That's still a game.
Yep,
They're
it's
still
still
doing
around.
that?
This might be it for it though. And then because the same day, which I'm sure they did not plan for it, because Square probably just didn't consult them on it, or they probably did because they had to make an announcement. But basically, Square Enix is making some big showcase, and they're featuring Avengers game in it, and everyone's just like, if you just show us Hawkeye footage, we're gonna fucking stop playing this game. Because like, if you don't tell us who the next one is in that showcase, like it's over. Like nobody's playing this anymore.
It's Squirrel Girl, Bennett. It's Squirrel Girl.
Honestly, that'd be kind of fun. That would be kind of interesting.
She's the strongest Avenger.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's better than someone with a bow again, so which they did twice in a row. Because rumor has it, and I've said this before, but rumor has it that the original first character that was supposed to come out was Black Panther, which would have been cool, but
Mhm.
um, Chad Boseman, did I say that right?
Chadwick Boseman, yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah, died, and which was very tragic and very sudden for most of us. And they were like, "Well, it's kind of disrespectful to release that character
Mhm.
so shortly after his death," which by shortly would have been like December, because that's basically when Kate came out.
Yeah.
So it would
I
have
don't know
been
when he
like it
died.
would have been
It's
like
already
6 months after.
really. It's already been that long. Mm. Well,
Yeah, I think he died in like the summer. Like it must have been like July or August, because the game was coming out in September, so it would have
mhm.
had to been close. But yeah, it's silly. Um, it's a silly game, and
Well, I mean, they're gonna start filming Black Panther 2, or they already have started filming Black Panther 2.
hmm
So I feel like them saying it would have been disrespectful, uh, is kind of a little bit of bullshit. But at the
oh
same
yeah,
time, maybe not. I don't know. But
it, what
they've
it happened. Like it's over. Like they're
yeah.
beyond it at this point. Um, there have been
What was it?
teases.
Netflix released like a movie or something like 2 weeks after he passed away. So I mean,
It
I
could
just
have
feel
just
like
been an excuse.
it's Square. Yeah, it's Square making up excuses for their shite game.
hmm
So
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm not really watching anything Marvel film related until
No,
I I want Black Widow to come out, because that was should have come out already by this point.
I know. Well, it's supposed to come out in May, from what they said.
We'll
It
see.
depending on whether or not they push that back, I won't know. But
What's the point in pushing it back?
they they just want the box office sales, I guess.
But
They want people to go back into the theaters. And I guess like if people, you have HBO releasing all their movies, like the
hmm
20 whatever the companies that they work for called,
hmm
they're releasing all their movies straight to HBO and to theaters. Whereas with Disney, they're like, nah, we want money. I mean, it's one thing to have a subscription, but it's one thing to pay for it at a movie theater.
but they could just do the Mulan thing, where they make you pay for it again.
Well, people didn't like what they did with the Mulan thing, Bennett. They didn't want
I
to
didn't
pay an
like it.
extra $30
I didn't
to.
like a lot of things about that movie outside the movie
I
as
didn't even
well.
bother watching it.
I
That
didn't even
movie,
come
I
close.
already know the original premise. I've seen the original Mulan. The original Mulan was 100 times better,
Yeah.
even just from seeing all the trailer clips. It's just, but at the
Hey.
same time, people just don't want to pay that like $30,
Yeah.
even
Why
though
would
that's
you?
how much it would have cost. But
Um. Yeah. And then as soon as I heard that Mulan wasn't a musical, I was out.
they turned it into a live action. What do you expect? They're gonna get rid of a lot of stuff. It's not a cartoon. They wanted to make it historically accurate, but it's up to them. They lost a lot. Speaking of which, you hear what they did with Avatar?
Yeah, they're re-releasing it in China
Oh,
now.
they already re-released that, and it took maybe 3 days for them to get back to the highest earning movie in the box office.
hmm
Which
I'm sure
I
theaters are open in
personally,
China too.
what?
Said I'm sure theaters are open in China too.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe.
I doubt they're buying it at home.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. I didn't think Avatar was that great of a movie in general.
hmm
I just thought it was just like ahead of its time with all the CGI ness that was involved with it. But
Basically.
I just didn't think it was that great. I didn't,
hmm
I think I saw it like 4 years after it was released, and I just saw it on like Amazon or something like that for free.
I don't know if I've
So
fully ever watched it all the way through. I played the game,
there's a
which was
game.
terrible. Yeah, it was really bad.
I was just thinking of that movie having a game. I just think back to like the old, like Cartoon Network game generators. You know what I'm talking about? Like where they like you have like the Teen Titans, and,
hmm
like the terrible like movement and all that. It was just basically a computer game,
Okay.
and that's what I just pictured that game. Or like the old Lion King
It
game.
was like a weird there was like two storylines where you could be like the Avatar characters or you could be like the Marine characters, and the Marine missions were like just copy and repeat one after another, like go collect a thing, go shoot
Yeah.
some avatars, and then if you played as the Avatar, it like actually was like more diverse of a game, but like it let you choose like whatever, I don't know, like how in the movie he was like supposed to choose one life or the other basically, and he like
I
chooses.
still understand that concept.
I don't
The
know.
movie
I don't
was
know.
really weird to
I
me.
don't know.
Like,
I haven't seen it in a long
was
time.
it just like a hologram? I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Someone with an Avatar degree explained this movie to me. I still don't understand it.
Man.
And they're supposed to make like 5 of them. What the fuck? Five Avatar movies? Apparently, James Cameron has like he wants to film like at the bottom of the ocean for one of them. So I don't understand that.
Yeah, he's a weird dude.
Yeah, James Cameron's fucking weird, man.
Weird guy. Did some good stuff, but he's a weird guy.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad they don't make weird just like promotional video games for movies anymore.
They used to do that a lot. Like there was like a bunch of movies where they were just
Remember
like
the movie Jumper?
They made that a game?
They did. And I played it.
How was it?
It was bad.
It
was real bad.
Usually are. They usually are.
It was like I had it on Wii, and so Hayden Christensen was the main character of that.
Of course.
Right? No, not the game, the movie.
Yes.
But like the guy who brings him into the world of Jumper, like I don't know, guy who's already been jumping.
The Master Roshi guy.
I don't remember. But he was like a guy his age. He was like Scottish or something. I don't remember the guy's name, but you play as that guy, and you do like a bunch of like prequel stuff, and I think even like some sequel-y stuff. Like it's just like they were trying to like expand on the world more. But you know, maybe they're trying to make sequels, but it did not work out.
Let me ask you this: would you rather play a game that's based off a movie, or watch a movie that's based off a game?
Oh man, if I don't have to pay for either, or if I have to pay the same amount for either, Jesus, I'd probably rather watch a movie based off a game.
Yeah.
It'd be shorter, and I think that's
you
what.
think?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be shorter?
I don't know. I mean, like look at
2
Mortal
hours
Kombat.
max.
Mortal Kombat's based off a game.
Is that
the
not?
movie was?
How long is that?
It's probably like an hour and a half.
Okay, there's a new one.
That looks terrible, but
No, it looks great. What are you talking about?
Bennett, it looks terrible.
What are you talking about? What is your basis of terrible?
Everything about it.
Okay, we'll see.
It comes out in like 2 months, so we'll figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Magically in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
What's a movie based off a game?
Mario Brothers.
You're lying. There
You don't know about that?
I need to look this up.
You don't know
Give me a
about the
second.
Mario Brothers movie
Oh my god.
that came out in the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, I can't.
It's so bad.
I can't type right now. I'm too.
It's the worst movie of anything else.
I can't type right now.
There
Jesus.
is no Mortal Kombat, whatever is arguably so much better
Oh my
than the
god.
Mario Brothers movie. They were just like, what are things about Mario Brothers? Okay, how do we make that into a movie? Well,
Oh my god.
let's make it live action, and then we'll just like make things more approachable for people
This looks terrible.
by making them find psychedelic mushrooms growing in a
It's a
sewer.
4.1 out of 10
Yeah.
on IMDb, and it's straight up 24 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. But Sonic
Oh
was
my
good.
God.
Sonic movie was pretty good.
Sonic was a good movie when it listened to the what's it?
The
when it
final
listened to the
product was a
fans.
good movie. All right,
Yeah, and they just announced a couple weeks ago that they're coming out with the second one.
it better.
So, I'm excited. I'm excited for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you want to know what I'm even more excited about, Bennett?
What?
4.5 hours of a movie that we've already seen. That's what I'm excited about, Bennett. 4.5 hours of maybe 23 minutes of new stuff.
Let's go.
Let's
It's all
let's
Joker.
go.
It's all Jared Leto.
We live in a society.
Yeah, they did the meme.
Man. That movie's just gonna be just as bad, I feel like.
We'll see. I don't know, man. I'm gonna enjoy it either way, probably.
You got Justice League coming out on the 18th, and you got Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming out. You gonna watch it, Bennett? I know you are gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it.
We'll see. We'll see.
We're gonna watch
We'll
it.
see.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have fun.
We'll see.
We're gonna have fun.
So we'll see.
He's for sure watching it.
We'll see. I could be tempted to watch it, but
I'm gonna tempt the shit out of you to watch that.
All right, fine. All right. Well, totally unrelated. I was thinking about this earlier today, and I wanted to bring it up. You and I watch a lot of YouTube, so we see a lot of ads, and we usually try and tap that skip button as fast as possible.
Oh God! If I see a video that requires a 15-second ad that I can't skip, I'm not watching that video. I'll watch it later maybe, but I will completely just. No,
I'm sure you've seen ads that often try and tease you with the idea that it's really easy to become a millionaire.
Yes.
Yeah, and that you could just sit back in your chair and make a passive income of $3,000 a week or whatever.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It's like all these people.
Ben, are you pitching me a pyramid scheme?
No,
I'm
telling you about. I'm just describing the example of ads that I see, and they're like, hey man, you shouldn't shop on Amazon because when you shop on Amazon, you're actually just helping this other person make a ton of money, and it's like, I don't think that's right, at all.
I don't like that.
And I just didn't know if, obviously, I would assume you also get those ads occasionally.
No, I do. There's this one I got a while ago. I don't really see it anymore. It's these two guys. They're like in a parking lot, and he goes, "Look at me. 3 weeks ago, I was driving this Subaru." And I'm like, okay. And he pops the chunk and he pulls out like a whiteboard. And he goes, on this whiteboard right here, this is how I'm now driving this 2019 McLaren. I'm like, what? How? Why? It was only 3 weeks ago. But
what bank did you rob?
It's also the rich ones, like get rich quick type ones, and then there's this guy that I absolutely cannot stand. Adam agrees with me. It's this guy named V-Shred or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking
he's
about.
Like, he goes, look at me. You think I do cardio? And he's like just ripped out of his
totally
mind.
ripped
Goes,
guy.
You think I do cardio?
He's
I'm
all
like,
muscle.
Yeah, you for sure do cardio. He goes, no. It's like, do you think I just have a chicken and rice diet? I was like, no, it looks like it. No, I eat all my favorite foods. Pizza, burgers.
Sorry if you hear my dog squeaking his toy so loudly.
Chill out, dude. It's just a toy. But no, it's those videos that make me just almost throw my phone across the room because they're just so dumb. They make you pay all this money.
Yeah.
That you don't need to pay for.
Right, and it's crazy that I assume people fall for it. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep seeing ads.
No, people do fall for that.
Yeah, and between V-Shred's obviously more targeted towards people who want to work out, and basically just people just want a personal trainer to tell them what to do and how to end up looking good. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting a personal trainer if you really need that, but just started howling. I don't know why. And that's fine, but I think he just is a millionaire just from selling classes basically. But the weird thing about the passive income part of the strategy of you can just be a middleman basically on Amazon. It really all started from that one guy, and I think I know who I'm talking about. He was this guy who would basically give house tours as an ad, And you never saw
I don't
this?
think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh man, like he
It was
started
probably I skipped that too fast. That was
started
probably
years
what.
ago. Like he would show like off his cars in his garage,
Oh, that
and
Ty Lopez guy.
I don't know his name.
Oh, I'm sitting here in my garage.
That
You
yeah
know, that guy.
yeah
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he started all this really,
Dang.
because I'm sure whatever he was
Super
doing
interesting.
was accurate for the time, but now it's like people are just copying his methodology of like
Yeah.
let's just sell people classes on how to get more money, and I'm sure it works, but I think a lot of people probably drop out after paying for the classes, so they just like are profiting off that, and I don't know if like it's actually worth it ever. I don't know. I don't know. It's life is weird.
It, yeah. I feel like it's just a select niche that actually start making profits off that type of stuff. Um, I know one of the new guys I see is what's it called? God, what's it? I can't remember this one I saw a few days ago. I'm at a complete loss right now. But no, I you kind of you have to think whoever falls for this type of crap is a
Mm-hmm.
special kind of dumb. I mean, yeah, it works for like maybe like 2% of the amount of people that sign up for this crap, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work for you. It's just basically you throwing your money away. It's a pyramid scheme. It's essentially a
Mm-hmm.
pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And with my dad being watching TV all the time and watching all these things, I think it does attract people. And I think the one I I don't think this Ty Lopez guy started this. I think it's those commercials that were on late at night selling the gold coins. You know what
Mm.
I'm talking about? Like the
Kind
gold,
of
like what's it, the
commemorative.
centennial, yeah,
Yeah.
the commemorative centennial coins or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I think those people started that.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think it was an evolution of it, but I think Ty definitely like brought it to a new level with YouTube and like using YouTube as the advertisement, and just I mean he's a meme because of it. Like I
Yeah,
think that's the
but at the
point
same
really of
time,
what I'm
him
making.
becoming a meme has made him money.
Oh, 100%. I don't think
And
anybody, unless you don't know how to capitalize on it, I don't think anybody who has become a meme hasn't profited some way from it.
oh no, it's for sure a thing. Like unless it's what's it like iFunny memes where it's just like pictures of people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's how it works. But I think with Vine and TikTok now, I feel like those two companies, which were made for like memes and just satirical videos,
Mm-hmm.
the people who do those videos now are just pulling in all the money,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of super frustrating. But at the same time, like you saw what happened to Vine, like people transition.
Yeah.
Like all these Vine stars like are now on YouTube or actually have to get jobs.
Mm-hmm.
There's only like a select few, and I know one of them, David Dobrik. He's
Yeah.
like one of the select few. That man has an exuberant amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just nuts. And like the group of people that like he used to like roam with or do his videos with, he's basically here. His group that he used to ride with are like right here when it comes to like their profits and
Mm-hmm.
everything that goes along with them. So it's like I said, it's maybe like 2% that actually are able to pull off like a money making venture like in the like in the ads that you see, and it's for stupid people in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It really is. um, yeah. One last thing I wanted to bring up for ads, and then I wanted to bring up something totally different. Um, I recently saw somebody talking about in the news. Obviously, I think you heard about the Meghan Markle interview with Oprah.
Yes,
But
I could care
somebody
100%
else.
about anything else other than that stupid topic.
Yeah.
But go
But
on.
this isn't really related to the interview. This is related to American television of the interview because it was on CBS, or I think it was produced by CBS. Um, and basically, British people were trying to watch it, and they were trying to get recordings of the CBS televised interview. So they were getting full recordings of it, and it was like with the commercials. And people online in England apparently just like started laughing their asses off because of how much American television just has advertisements for like random medical pills in it, and just like, you know, ask your doctor for this, or ask your doctor for that, or mention this when you're meeting with your doctor. And it's like, we're so used to that because that's just how private medicine works. But they're like, they're already like in a whole new generation of people who just have no idea that even existed. Like,
I have no idea what anyone else's television habits are. Like I know so we have like weekly shows. Like we have shows like every day that have like a brand new episode or something like that. I guess like over there they don't have that. It's like
it's different.
they don't have weekly television programs. They just have television. It's just like maybe like a lot of reruns or something like that. That's all I know. But I don't know what their ads look like. They're probably just like, you know, for like McDonald's or something like that. But I think in regards to the pills, I think SNL like a few years ago or maybe this year they had Seth Green. Not Seth Green.
Rogan?
No, the guy who does the
Myers.
one of the Seth Myers come back as like a character, and they were talking about like testosterone. Or have you ever seen those pill commercials? It has like
occasionally.
what's his name? Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
And he goes, once men get over the age of 40, they drop almost half the amount of testosterone they're used to making. And I think SNL just parodied the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because they have Seth Myers just come in and he goes, do you not have the sex drive that you used to have? Or, you know, goes, take this pill. And it's basically hits on every every like bullet point that you need to have for a testosterone pill. Like black shirt, a celebrity endorser that's old but not too old, and it's hilarious. If you have the chance, look it up. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, I just thought that was worth bringing up because it's pretty funny because we're just so desensitized to it at this point. I don't think you and I watch live TV. Yeah, and like I know my parents have watched TV their whole lives, and I like just kind of grew up with them watching the news and having those advertisements because it's sort of targeted to them. And so it's just been funny. And to this day I still don't know what half the drugs I've seen on commercials do. Like
we probably won't need to know what those are until we're 20 years old.
And likely we'll never use them because
Yeah.
a doctor would have to prescribe it, and I'm never gonna tell the doctor what I need. Hey, I saw this ad for this medicine. Hey, would that work for this? That's not for heart disease. That's for colon cancer. Like, why are you bringing this up? I don't know. It had pretty pictures in it. Like, what? It had a rainbow. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
I came home from work and my dad was watching this show, this news channel, and a commercial came on. I love seeing what some of the side effects are for some of these drugs because like they're ridiculous.
They're sometimes worse than what they're treating.
They're used to like treat like eczema, the skin or something, like eczema. Say this is just a random one. Like you take this pill to help with the eczema. Well, the side effects may include diarrhea, upset stomach, shortness of breath. I'm like, what are these side effects? Like it's you're just applying it to your skin or something like that. There was one I saw. I swear to, it was like for cholesterol or something like that. And at the end of the thing, it goes, oh, out of 100 candidates or something like that, 1 out of the 100 developed a brain bleed and it caused death. I'm like, so you're telling me 1% of like 100 people could possibly get a brain bleed from this medication that just helps lower cholesterol? I'm like, I get it's 100 people, but like that's 1%.
Yeah, that's
I don't like those. I don't like those odds.
Well,
A brain bleed is very serious.
I guess I have a family member who works in like the pharmaceutical industry, and there are drugs out there that you can buy that are advertised for that are not FDA approved. Um,
Yeah. I can
so
see that.
you got to be careful. That's basically what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They tend to skip some regulations, and even the FDA is not the greatest when it comes to regulations, but it's at least something more
Yeah.
than that's
I
out
usually
there.
don't take anything unless I'm prescribed it. So.
Hmm. Yeah, and the last thing I wanted to bring up, which is also again unrelated, but uh, I was scrolling through iFunny and I saw like a meme, and basically it was like how this guy basically trained his whole life to have kids just to beat them at Mario Kart,
Hmm.
um, and how he's like I'm never going to like ease up on them when playing because this is like what I enjoy the most is beating them at Mario Kart. And I was like, that's such a like millennial
That's such a
era.
boomer thing to say.
What do you mean boomer? No.
Okay, boomer.
No, that's such a millennial thing. Like if it was the boomer generation, be like, can you like kick your dad's ass in an actual fight? And like if you could, it meant like you were like finally like be like
You're an
surpassing
adult.
them. Yeah, you're finally an adult kind of a thing. At this point, it's like, can you beat your dad at Mario Kart? Okay, you're 12 years old now. Like,
See
it's
that
like that's like the modern equivalent, apparently.
the one thing I strived to do when I was younger, I was like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna beat my dad at basketball,
Yeah.
beat my dad at baseball,
Hmm.
I'm gonna beat him
Yeah,
at
ours was
anything,
like
like any
sports.
like sports or something like that.
Hmm.
And I can now.
Right.
It's not that it's
Hmm.
not that difficult, But the one thing I don't think our generation is gonna be able to do
Yeah,
is beat our children in video games.
it's gonna be tougher. They have
It's
more
gonna
time
be
on their hands.
yeah, a lot more time on their hands, and as well as they're
Games are
we
changing
we
rapidly.
we we didn't really grow up, or we had to like grow into these
Yeah, we
brand
grew
new
into it. Hmm.
systems. Like we had our parents who had like Atari and
Yeah,
and
I
Nintendo
started with a Game
64 and
Boy
all.
Color.
Yeah, so did I.
Hmm.
And we had to build into this. Like
Hmm.
we adapted.
We had
These people,
one
our
joystick on an
kids,
N64, which you
yeah.
would rapidly spin in Mario Party and burn a hole in your hand.
Exactly.
Hmm.
These kids are gonna have 3,000 or thousands of dollar computers and stuff that we had to work for, and they're just gonna have it
Hmm.
available probably in the next 15 years with these new gen
Unreal Legend
consoles.
5 and all that's gonna be out.
Yeah,
And
I mean Call of Duty will still be around, but like at the same time, I just feel like it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna be playing these games and like let me hop on there real quick. I'll show you how it's done. And these it's already happening now. Like you're seeing like these
oh,
15-year-olds just
just you reminded me of a Family
wailing
Guy
us.
bit I just watched the other night where, um, God, I think it was pretty recent. It was when Stewie makes a friend. I think it was like 2 seasons ago or something like that. He makes a new friend in preschool or whatever age group he's in, and um, like that new friend that he really likes, like he thinks doesn't invite him to a birthday party, so
Oh,
he digs up all these guns that he buried because his friend wanted him to like get rid of all his guns. He's like, yeah, you're right. Like I'm a good person now. I don't want to kill anything. And then he like digs up all his guns and he like looks like Rambo and he's like, victory shall be mine. And then it zooms out that it's a television show, like Stewie's on a television show, and it's a dad sitting next to his kid, and the dad's like, "Ha, he used to say that when I was your age," and the kid's just sitting there with his iPad. Dad, shut up! I'm watching Rick and Morty. Like,
it's happening, man. We're getting
yeah.
kicked to the side.
Mhm.
It's earlier instead of later, and it's gonna be a matter of time, man. It's I'm just waiting for the kids to have like the system where it's basically the Matrix where they just plug in
Mhm.
and they're just laying back in their chairs and it's just VR and oh
Yeah, you
man.
just give him a pair of goggles and go sit on that beanbag and They have a
Yeah.
controller in their hands and they're set.
I don't even think they're gonna need controllers. I think
Nah,
they're just gonna get
they'll still
gloves
use
or something like
controllers.
that, and they're just gonna be like Wanda.
That'll be for the really
from-
rich people, for those
Yeah,
YouTubers who
maybe.
want $20,000 game sets or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I think, though.
Maybe one day. All that Bitcoin money I'll make, maybe I'll get one.
Oh my God! Don't give me Bitcoin. God, I hate you for that, Bennett. Bitcoin's so dumb.
It's not dumb.
What's it at now? What's
60K.
What's it at now? Like 5 cents?
No.
What's it at now?
$60,000.
That's bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit?
How much do you have? How much do you have right now, Bennett?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
How much Bitcoin you got?
I'll tell you how much Bitcoin I have. It's I have 0.2.
That's fucking ridiculous. So what? You have like $2?
No. Are you not listening at all?
So you have 0.2.
Of 1 Bitcoin, yes. Over the time I bought Bitcoin, what is
So
it? Different
how much
values.
do you need to get one Bitcoin?
1. So I have 0.2 of 1. If you're saying how much dollars, right now, if you wanted to buy a whole one right now, you'd have to pay $60,000.
That's ridiculous. I have no idea why people are wasting their time.
Because it's so profitable. It's the
Really,
future.
it's really profitable. To get
Yeah.
one, you have to pay 60 grand.
Yeah, well, now, but like if you were buying last year, it was very profitable then. And you were laughing then.
I'm still laughing about it.
I don't know why you are.
This is ridiculous. Like, at least you're not as dumb as the one guy from the NFL that wanted his salary half in Bitcoin.
We'll see.
I think we should end it on there. I'm already mad at you.
I don't know why you're so mad.
It's
All right.
Bitcoin, man.
Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Fucking Bitcoin.